Hey, what's up YouTube? This is 17Crishangus, and I am back with another Pokemon battle strategy video for you guys. So this is one that I am pretty proud of. I don't know if any of their YouTubers have done it or not, but this is really my 2 cents on it. I just, if just ahead of time, if they do, I didn't steal this idea from them. This just came from my own mind and just my observation of this Pokemon's moveset. And so, yeah, I am doing a strategy video for Weavile. Weavile is just one of those really cool dark ice types that's just super cool, an awesome design, and it's just overall great. It's got a pretty good move pool, pretty good balance in its moveset, and it's just really fast and really physically powerful. Other than that, there's not really much to look at, but yeah, let's go ahead and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But let's go on to the moveset, the item, the ability, and so on. So, as you can see, I have the Life Orb for this Weavile. I was going to originally run Focus Sash, but I figured it is so frail already, at least put as much damage output on this thing as you can. You can also run a Choice Band, but that really limits your possibilities, and you'd have to switch out from Weavile if you actually got in a sticky situation. When with Life Orb, you can just sit there and beat the tar out of people with reckless abandon. I mean, you could just go at it, even if that's not quite super effective, or if it still does a neutral hit, because Weavile has enough attack where it will still do a good chunk. So for the ability, I picked Pressure over Pickpocket because still not totally sure how Pickpocket works, but apparently, like, when they hit you, you take their item, and I don't think you can actually hit them like Magician. And so, for Weavile being so frail, unless it takes the item with it when it dies, it's really not worth it. I mean, and that would really only work with Focus Sash. So really, Weavile would just kind of be that Gambit Pokemon where, yeah, you have to take the Focus Sash, but if you don't take a hit strong enough to really die in one hit, if it's not like a fighting type move or a steel type move or something, and you live, like if it's a special attack, chances are Weavile can probably live it because its special defense is not great, but it's better than its defense. So yeah, Focus Sash is really not as good in my book as Life Orb, and Pressure helps whittle down low PP moves like Draco Meteor, Fire Blast, and stuff like that people tend to use. Just kind of a, just a baboom. I mean, Greninja with Hydro Pump is a big thing, and so that would help really whittle Pokemon like that down. And so yeah, let's move on to the moveset. So the first move in this thing's arsenal is Low Kick. Low Kick is really the counter that Weavile has to its main weakness. Very slow, very heavy, rock and steel types. Pokemon like Rhyperior, Mega Aggron, Mega Steelix, Mamoswine, and others are at least dealt a heck of a lot of damage from this thing. Not to mention, the main threat to this guy, Tyranitar and Mega Tyranitar, is stopped dead in its tracks by a single Low Kick, because it's probably going to kill it because it's 4 times super effective, and Life Orb and Boss Attack, it will probably take Tyranitar or Mega Tyranitar down. And even if it lives and sets up a Dragon Dance or something, Ice Shard can probably finish it off. So really, Low Kick is a great move for this thing. And of course, love priority on my Pokemon. I got Vacuum Wave on my Mega Lucario and others like that. And so, yeah, Ice Shard is a must for Weavile. It gets it as a Sneasel level 47, I believe. So you have to level it up for a while, but really it is worth it because it's good for revenge-killing Pokemon. And it's just great for getting a good chunk of health. Even on Pokemon, like, I think that Noivern is faster than Weavile, just barely. But Ice Shard can probably do a heavy hit, if not one-shot Noivern, and it can do big damage to other Pokemon like Altaria, Dragonite, and stuff like that. Hydreigon, Goodra, Mega Salamence, Latios, Zapdos, and plenty of other Pokemon it can at least do a big chunk in. And of course, Knockoff is really the bread and butter of this moveset. Knockoff is so busted now. Like, I am serious. Back in Gen 3, Knockoff was a horrible move that only Pokemon like Hariyama that sucked with it got, and Lickitung, and I was just like, this is a horrible move. Got to Gen 5, 55 power. Okay, that's pretty good. 65 power in Gen 6. Of course, it loses Technician power with Pokemon like Ambipom and such, but it's Knockoff. I mean, and with Pokemon like Mandibuzz and others like that running around the metagame with this move, it's really, I think it's necessary in Weavile's moveset. Basically because a while back on Pokemon Showdown, I did a random match because I tend to do that more so than anything. And I got a random Choice Banded Weavile with Knockoff, and the battle sort of went something like this. I feel it deep within, it's just beneath the skin.
I must confess that I feel like a monster. I hate what I've become, the nightmare's just begun. I must confess that I feel like a monster.
So yeah, I really grew to like knockoff Weavile pretty quick. Like I said, Choice Band would be good on this thing, but I feel like Life Orb so much better because it gives you more versatility, and your frill is crap anyways, so, you know, why not YOLO? So yeah, knockoff, great move for this thing. Gets rid of items, it takes down big players, and even if something like Aegislash were to come up, you could just Ice Shard, and then, if you use King Shield, because it obviously probably going to use King Shield, or Psyche out with Sacred Sword. If that's the case, you're in deep doo-doo, but if not, you can use a knockoff and at least get a pretty good hit off on this thing. So yeah, the last move is debatable. I could have gone with Icicle Crash, but it would have taken a lot more breeding, and the 85 accuracy is shaky, though the 30% chance to flinch is very, very tempting. But I went with Ice Punch because it was a little bit easier to breed with my Lopunny. Plus, I feel like, even if it is just 10 less power, that 100% accuracy and the 10% chance to freeze are so key sometimes. Like, it is so down to the wire sometimes. And yeah, Weavile may not land as much of a punch. I mean, it is only 10 less power. But I feel like this is really a little bit better than Icicle Crash, and at the same time a little bit less. They really go hand in hand. Icicle Crash, you sacrifice accuracy for a bit more power and a good chance to flinch. Plus, it's going to hit a lot of Pokemon really hard. Ice Punch, you get that 10% chance to flinch. Slight chance, but can really save your butt in a pinch. Plus, 75 power is not bad. Plus, it is stab, and it covers a lot of weaknesses, and hits Pokemon like Goodra especially, and other physically defensive weak Pokemon very, very hard. I mean, and I forgot to mention them, Latios and Latios are completely stopped dead in their tracks by this thing. Knockoff and Ice Punch are both going to murder these guys. Mega Latios and Latios, I think, could possibly take a knockoff because it can't knock off the item. But an Ice Punch could probably do them in, especially Latios because his defense is lower. Latios might take a little bit more, but still, really great moveset, really great Pokemon. But even as awesome as Weavile is, the metagame is not kind to it because as much as I like it, and as great as its coverage is, and its insane attack and speed, this thing is still stopped by a good number of Pokemon. The main one being Conkeldurr. I mean, you have to have Mach Punch on Conkeldurr. That is pretty much a must. Yeah, it's not mandatory, but it is highly recommended that you have Mach Punch on Conkeldurr because it's so great, especially with Iron Fist and with Stab, and even with Guts. Plus, even if Conkeldurr does not have Mach Punch, it can still probably take an Ice Punch. I am pretty sure it can take an Ice Punch from Weavile. Just sap its HP back with Drain Punch and kill it off. Other Pokemon, that one I really don't see that much anymore. Infernape. Infernape stops this guy dead in his tracks, also with Mach Punch, Sky Uppercut, Flare Blitz, Fire Punch, Flamethrower, Fire Blast, all that good stuff. Focus Blast, and just really good arsenal. Another fast Pokemon that's Fire type that could definitely kill this thing, especially if it's Choice Scarf Darmanitan. Really great Pokemon, I wish I saw more. But yeah, Flare Blitz, Fire Punch, Superpower, all kill Weavile instantly. Slow Pokemon like Forretress and Ferrothorn also can do this thing. And with Gyro Ball, because they're so slow, Weavile's so fast, it is super effective, and the speed difference will definitely make it hurt. Another Pokemon that you really don't see much that can do a lot, and one of my personal favorites, Durant. I was thinking Ironhead. Ironhead and X-Scissor do this thing in, as long as Durant can survive a knockoff. If it can do that, it is in pretty good standing, and I'm not exactly sure the calcs on that, so I would think Durant would at least slightly live. I mean, Durant isn't the most defensively busted unless you raise it completely defensively, which even then its attack is tied with its defense. But really, I think that Durant could definitely pull it off, and I think it could at least barely live a knockoff, because it could definitely survive Low Kick, Ice Shard, and Ice Punch. Another Pokemon that you have definitely 3 Megas in particular, well actually sort of 5. 5 Megas stop this guy dead in his tracks. Mega Beedrill. Great Mega that I actually have not had the pleasure of seeing because I haven't really played competitive Oros yet because I've been trading Pokemon over from Y, and you can't battle Y Pokemon with Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire Pokemon that are Mega Evolved, so I cannot fight Mega Beedrill right now, but I am terrified to fight this thing because they are extremely awesome, and I'm really just surprised I'm pretty sure they're abused pretty much. I don't see a whole lot on the internet on different YouTube videos and stuff besides Furless and stuff, but I see Mega Beedrill used a good bit, and so yeah, after Protect, yeah, Weavile's dead. Ice Shard probably will not kill Mega Beedrill in one shot because it's not super effective. So, yeah, Mega Beedrill could make Weavile have a very bad day. Mega Lopunny, another great Mega that was needed in Oros, and I'm so glad we got it. That high jump kick, fake out, and others, fire punch, great move coverage, and it is fast. I think it outruns, I'm pretty sure it outruns Weavile, or it comes very close. I am pretty sure it outruns. I'm pretty sure its speed stats higher. Mega Lucario, one of probably these best counters to Weavile. Not Choice Scarf. Yeah, I know that Ice Shard's good priority, but so is Vacuum Wave. And Vacuum Wave and even Bullet Punch on my physical Mega Lucario both stop Weavile dead in its tracks. Aura Sphere, of course, Close Combat, Flash Cannon, and other moves like that just stop this guy dead in his tracks too. Another Mega and normal Pokemon, Metagross. Again, Bullet Punch. Now, if you do not have Bullet Punch on your Metagross and this thing lands a knockoff on you, you might have a bad day. Now, I don't know if Metagross could survive a knockoff, but if it does, you could definitely Revenge Kill with Meteor Mash. Or if you have Bullet Punch, just go ahead and end the battle there. Bullet Punch. Speaking of it, 3 Bullet Punchers right here, y'all. Scizor. Nuff said. Technician. Stabbed. Bullet Punch. Weavile is gone. And one of the most troublesome and cumbersome Pokemon in the metagame, Talonflame, Brave Bird. And you could probably do a good knockoff, and knock off like a Citrus Berry or something, but it still kill with Flare Blitz. But if you're like I am and you don't like Brave Bird and you use Citrus Berry Acrobatics instead, because I just don't like spamming Brave Bird and I like staying alive because I've got Roost for that, but Talonflame just stops the thing dead in its tracks as well. So yeah, there are a good number of counters to Weavile, but if you like Weavile as much as I do, it is definitely worth a shot because it's a great Pokemon, super strong, super fast, and just super awesome. And so I really look forward to using this thing in battle in the future because I am, like I said, raising it and just trying to get knockoff on it. I'm trying to get rid of Feint Attack. Now, there are other options with this thing. I mean, Night Slash is obvious. Other moves like Brick Break, Rock Slide, stuff like that. Protect, I guess. But really, I think these are the 4 bread and butter moves of this Weavile set because they provide Weavile with a lot of coverage, a lot of type coverage, and a lot of weakness coverage in its case because rock and ground types are very common with the rock type. Steel and ground types can at least take a good hit from ice type moves. Not to mention low kick just ruins their day to start with. And so yeah, that's my little Weavile set. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this this battle strategy video. Definitely have some more planned for the future with other Pokemon. One in particular that might surprise you because it's a Pokemon not used at all, but that is my idea that I like using Pokemon that nobody sees a lot. And so, yeah, that's why I make strategies for them. So I give people ideas and just kind of inspire people because I like using less used Pokemon because, in my opinion, no Pokemon truly sucks. Well, except for, like, maybe Caterpie and Mewtwo and stuff like that. But, you know, that's for another video. But, yeah, like I said, thank you guys for watching. God bless. And I will see you guys next time with another video. Later, guys.